everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to the witness. We have 509 plus 86 uh, collectibles. Now, what I have done is done some research as we're wrapping up here. And it has actually kind of built up my momentum a little bit, so I might actually go a lot further than I thought it was. It seems like the most anyone has solved is 523 regular puzzles. And then there's about 120 or so plus numbers, but we don't really have to deal with those because they, uh, the obelisks will tell us that answer. Speaking of which, I'm in a different location, and the reason why is to show this solution here, which has two solutions, it seems like. Go to both of them. So that's two more that are on this obelisk. And it would be right here, wouldn't it? But oddly, it was right here. I have found what I believe to be is all the perception puzzles in the movie theater. It turns out it's quite deceptive. Isn't everything in this game really? But one specific video, the first video you get, has like 3 circles in it, and in those 3 circles you have the opportunity to make well, there's 3 points that you match with other parts of the area, and I will show it to you when I get to the movie theater. But then a couple of the other videos sections don't have anything in them. Not a bit. So the only thing that I haven't collected that's in this direction from that obelisk that's right here, right about here, to a line that goes all the way to the obelisk that's across the thing is just this one wavy curve, which who knows what that could be, but I'm hoping to find it because I think I'm gonna find most of them. And the way I'm gonna do that is I've looked at pictures of a lot of them, or all of them really. There were certain things that I imagine if you were just wandering, such as this, it might take you a long time to do this. That's how you might get this to a 200-hour game easily, is if you tried to play this game with no help whatsoever. I could see that. But if you're a normal gamer, I would say, normal being a very relative term, you're gonna get bored with all the effort you're doing pretty soon, pretty quick. And when you do get bored with that, you're gonna wanna just be done with it. So I haven't been very good at all about looking at the underside of things, as we can see about that. Turns out there's a few things, even that one thing that I thought you couldn't do at all because it kept messing with me, actually can be done. So I'm gonna change this here. I never saw a solution that specifically said that it was required, but I didn't get a full walkthrough on all these things either. All I got was a just general pictures settings. So we're gonna just kind of run around here. Oh, but let's go look at the obelisk and cover the movie theater. Yeah. Surprisingly, this obelisk, which is, there are 6 of them, and this one has about as much as any of the others is pretty full. So this is the line of all the different things that are in that direction, most of which are related to the movies. This way there's nothing. This way we have several things, and that's pointing in the general direction of the beginning area. The obelisks don't overlap, so like just this curve, this lazy curve is the only thing that's left, and I don't think it's in the movies section. I really don't. Let's see. If we just run down here, and then run down this way. So the video to make this puzzle match is the first video. Let's see. What I want to go this way and see if there's a perception puzzle down here in the challenge area. I mean, it's definitely possible. Let's see. I don't think I have seen pictures for all of them. I have a hard time believing I have. I think I've probably instead been shown a small collection of things people have found. Here. This looks like something. When we get the angle just right. Does kind of look like a circle. Do we have to look on the roof? Now I've, at this point, fully admitted defeat and accepted it as gracefully as possible that I'm not gonna ever beat this challenge thing. Turns out, by the way, these are clocks, so the number of pips are supposed to add up, so 4 to 2 maybe. At least that's what everybody on the internet says, is that they're clocks. Which is cool. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, if there was a perception puzzle hidden in here, that'd be a nightmare. And then right here on the columns, on both of these sides, are two last puzzles you would have had to solve. And then to open this, you have to unlock it from the top, so there's no way to see that. Let's go ahead and run out of this area. Well, this is one. Did I get this one? So, looking up the solutions has kind of just reaffirmed that every solution, everything I thought was a puzzle is a puzzle. Is a perception puzzle. I haven't seen any real red herrings. So if I see something in the clouds, there is at least one cloud combination. Maybe there's not two. Really wish I could solve that color thing. There's inherently a problem still trying to play the witness, and you just have having a lot of struggle with it because there's not enough people out there that have actually beaten it. Yeah, and this is supposed to be one. I think one of the problems here is that it needs to be from that angle, but then I don't think I can do it that way. Here. Come on down. I could be wrong. Maybe there isn't. Like, looking at this and trying to get that to work doesn't. Out we go. So now we're back in the sunlight, which feels good. Really don't like being in that area anymore. I've had enough frustration on it. So there's still puzzles to solve. Here's a cloud puzzle to solve. Actually, there's a couple of them. If we go look in the forest, two. There's one that I believe is this way. Ignore those sounds. Let's see. I think there's a way to do this. No, I don't think it's in this section actually. I think it's in the other section. Actually, there's quite a lot I've missed, but quite a lot I'm gonna have to find again. Let's see. As we are up, we're looking towards the sky as we get up here. Here. We almost have it. Here's one. And then here's one. And can I get the sky to align properly for this? I don't know if I can. We'll keep our eyes up and open, but I also need to wander out of this area because I don't believe there are any more sky things. Well, that's a shame. Over here it says there's several more things that need to be seen this direction. Branches and twigs, I assume. Alright, well, I guess it's appreciated. Let's look at this ivy. Like here we can almost guarantee a circle here if we can find a way for that to match. I don't really like how these don't lock in. There's definitely, I mean, it does lock in, but it needs to really lock in. So there's one. And I shouldn't move, I should just stay where I am. Let's see if I can I get past that, or do I have to block it visually? I imagine this circle's gonna be the central starting point for a few of these. Interesting. Again, there's just another let's see. Gotta get this lined up just right. Alright. I mean, it's so ridiculous. We're right here. At the very least, you could let me start it. Stop. Maybe I need to zoom back a little bit. There we go. Just make sure take a moment to make sure there aren't any more of these around here. Doesn't feel like there are. Let's see. There's one. Let's see. It's gonna be a circle and then up and down. Something maybe like this. Didn't we just get that one? Up and down. I think we did that one already, so let's look and see if we can find something different. These obelisks, because everything's so compact, I mean, you really just, all these puzzles are so close together, I didn't even realize it. I've come to the realization what I think most players should do is immediately run to the mountain, or pretty much immediately at least. There's another one. I think people should go to the mountain, understand that these observation puzzles exist and that they should be looking for them the whole time. And in that process, I feel like you would have a better experience with it. Not getting stuck on things. We could never get that puzzle to solve. There's several here, aren't there? Like, there's only one that way, and I already got it. It's gotta be one of these trees. It has to be a solution, but what could I do? It feels like those plants are right in the way. Let's run over here. Is this a rounded one? Interesting. Plants in the way. So I want any rounded bricks fulfilled. So I want this to connect like right here, and I'm hoping this is that's doable. Maybe here. unconnect your brick. If I could just get those two to match, but they don't seem like they're the right color. This top brick seems to be a spoiler. Let's see. If we did we, for instance, get down to that? I guess we did. I guess the plan we would want is to have every single, or almost every single piece of these bricks connected. Let's see. I don't think anything on the right here is one of them. That just doesn't feel like the solution there. Even though these things are right next to each other, though, we still seem to have a level of difficulty getting from certain spots. Just make sure that's not one of them. Let's see. Well, these are all the solutions, aren't they? So we have something that's zigzagged and diagonal. We have one that's down, left, and then all the way to the right. And we have one to the right, then down and up some stair steps. Alright, and that's that one. So down. To the right on the short bit. And then down all the way there. So now I know how that lines up. And then we have this diagonal on the outside of the building, it looks like. Interesting. What is odd here is I have not done any of the things I looked up right now. I haven't. It's all the ones posted on the internet are not these. Alright. So I have to carefully avoid that. There's another one. And then we've got one that's supposed to go here. We've got to figure out how to line all that up. There's one down here too. Darn it, how do I get that one? I've gotta be up here, don't I? For that one, I mean. How do you even accomplish that otherwise? Let's see if we can find the one that is diagonal to the side of this building. We saw it was on the left side. It's got to be a non-damaged left side of the building. That almost... Let's see. Come on, perception puzzles, what are you trying to do? Oh, that's like a man upside down drowning. Is what that is. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I guess it could be on the side of any of these columns. As long as they're not the damaged one. Was there anything to these red pieces? I don't know. Didn't seem like it. Are there any circles? Shadows? Potential solutions to puzzles we're not even looking at or thinking about? I should keep an eye on the clouds too. Well, we can take a break from that for a moment. There's all kinds of things in these flowers. The only question is, how do I get them to show? I guess we're gonna have to play a little bit of the floor is lava here and step in on these flowers to get the right angle, because pretty much every different set of colors is a puzzle. Maybe I have to go over here. I think we've gotten most of the puzzles over in this section, which is good because that can be very difficult if we were gonna have to deal with that. Let's see. I almost see something. It's kind of not helpful to just have see pictures of solutions, really. That alone is not enough. So how do we get the right angle on this? Here we go. You gotta just really play with this, don't you? That's the purple flowers. This pink one's probably not gonna be anything. This red one might be something, but it's hard to tell. It almost looks like something. Let's try the blue one here. It's kind of weird just to wander around looking at flowers. This is one, but what do? We gotta line up this so it looks like a circle and draw it. Which probably means we need to be up here. There's one down here. Let's see, how did... There's the circle. What do I need to do to get it to work? Just adjust my perception? Or do I actually need to move it? Somehow. Let's go back up and move it. What's a way I could maneuver that? I know this is a perception puzzle. I know the circle is right there. Maybe I need to separate them in a different way. Can I do that? Oh, and there's one here too, by the way. I need to run in there. There's so many I missed. Like, hmm. 3, 2, 3. I guess I could try that. Something like that. Line that up. Slightly different. It only moves it one. There are several ways I could move it. Let's also run around here and solve this puzzle. I'm being very ADD, going around quite a lot. We need to change this to green. I suspect this is... Let's see. Jeez, how do you do this? Like this? that was the way it was solved already. Let's try this one. There we go, green. Are there any blue colors here? No. Alright. Come on. This is one I saw. Seems... It's really just a matter of where you look. And in most games, I would be yelling at the game and upset with the game for not having enough things to find on the standard video game path. That there's just such an increased, such a large, here we go, that works, a large amount of stuff you could potentially miss. You gotta get that really well. Can I see any flowers this way? No. Can I get on top of... What buildings can I get on top of? Might need to run up here. Let's see. We'll just run in here and see what we can see. I'm still looking everywhere because who knows? You can hear it's making the sound. It's trying. Is it trying on the yellow or the brown bridge? It feels like it's trying on the yellow. Just the grass itself. Let's continue our upward journey. Did this pulley leave a circular shadow anywhere? It might. Yeah, that cloud is totally a part of that. Here we go. There we go. Glad to get that one done. Let's see. Anything over here that can be seen? Anything over here that can be seen? It would have been even easier to get that. Man, am I supposed to be looking up at the clouds here? Maybe. I don't think so. What gets me about that cloud one in particular is it's just so obvious that it's supposed to be that, and yet I can't seem to find the right point to stand in. And we had another puzzle that had the similar problem, but I was told the solution to that. And then, see, is there anything over here on these? I don't know. Did I see anything over here? I don't even really have to ask, do I? I can just look at the obelisk and see it says no. Maybe if I stand really far back, this will... Maybe too far back there. Alright, let's move on. We'll come back to this section later. Let's run back to the main area. We need to go to the desert area too. Oh, I also got the achievement for Petrified Dog. I also got, not the achievement, there's only 2 achievements, and I've got the one for beating the game, and that's probably all I'll ever get. But I got the perception puzzle for the very last video, which is just a picture of the solar eclipse. It's like 20 minutes you have to sit there. No joke. 20 minutes. But I want to go ahead and finish this area instead of... because I think we can finish one obelisk today. Let's see, how long have we been going? 48 minutes? Maybe if we rush. It's all about rushing. So, it seems like this doorway was the puzzle, not any of the other things. And so I have to use this and this door frame to get it, which means I need to be a little bit higher up. So I was so locked into thinking about it being the shadow that I didn't even begin to think it could be something else. And it is something else. Let's see. It has to be done from this angle. And I don't think I can get far enough away from it. Interesting. I could have sworn that was the solution. Unless I'm looking, there's a different door frame that I'm supposed to be looking at. Well, we know that's the solution, it's just apparently not up here. Hopefully not up here. Hopefully I'm not going to end up running right back to that place. Let's see. one little black square. Interesting. It's gotta be where I was standing. Here, I'm doing it. I am doing it. It's kind of funny that this is the reference to this game is supposed to be a reference to Myst, and there's so much tracing puzzles because that was a thing that happened in Myst 5 and it was totally a nightmare. The system just didn't work very well. Maybe I could get up on a rock over there, get a halfway. Let's see. Maybe that's it. All of Myst 5 was about drawing specific symbols using a mouse when I was playing it. I don't think it had controller support. Maybe it did, but and you'd have to draw them on a tablet. If it locked in and worked great, then you would have to, let's see. This feels very much like that's there to block your vision. What's the deal with this? Why is that there? Why is that there just to irritate me? Like, there's no getting up on the rocks over here. Yeah, and it felt very un-Myst-like. Very strange in Myst 5 to be drawing all these characters. Well, we know that there's a solution there. Let's run around here and see if we can do everything else in this obelisk. This one, a couple this way, and I know what they are, and then like one that way, and I know what that is. This was the one area where I was very specifically trying to get it, and that one, and we know what that is. Good. So we can run over here and grab a few of these. It gives every indication that there's nothing in this tree over here. I think there might be a perception puzzle, not a perception puzzle, but just a trick piece of art over there, but I know there's a certain point where twigs look like twig bugs, but that is it. Let's see. So we have this permanent wake here. I believe if we look at it at a certain angle, we can get a thing. I think there's something here, at the very least. Here we go. There we go. So that's one. That's one down. And then the other three, I believe, are all in here. One of which I didn't see, one of which we did see and I wasn't sure about. So we have over here a puzzle. Gotta line that up. And we got that one. And then over here is one. For a different one. I think maybe I have to walk over here. Perhaps, or perhaps do this. There we go. So that was one of them. And then turns out there's one that ends like right somewhere here. It's this whole thing. I guess it's gonna start over here. And so we're gonna have to fill up the water. I suspect what's gonna happen is we're gonna have something like this right here mirrored. And then as the water goes down, we're gonna have to get all the way in it. Look at that. Look at that. What a big old nightmare that's gonna be. I hope this works on the first try. Okay, so that angle's not gonna work. Is it this angle? I don't see how that angle works either. Is it this angle? It would explain why that thing exists. Come on. What do we have to do to get this to work here? Is it a is it a reflection thing? No, because we have to get the reflection to even match. So it has to be something like this. Yeah, what angle does this thing connect on? See, this is where still images don't help you one bit, do they? And I have to be able to see all of this. So I suspect... So if I have everything visible right there, is there a certain point that this works? That the reflection would give me a circle that I could work on? Maybe it's got over here. There we go. And I believe that's all I need in here. So back up we run. Nope. Out the door. Then up the stairs. And back up here. And out the door. And I suspect for this first obelisk here, which you might, is probably the right one to call the first one. Was this gonna be an obelisk at some point? No, that was a tree. I just don't see how anybody could do this again. You could take the island here, take the puzzles out and do something different with it. And that would be kind of cool, I suppose. But I don't see how you could ever make another game that was like this. This is like a once in a lifetime thing for everybody. I mean, you could try and make Myst here and you'd be halfway there. We only have that one last puzzle to solve and we know where it is, we just can't do it. You could put any number of other games in this. I kind of wish there was more of stuff like that in games where, like, if somebody spends the time to create a great atmosphere that people love, they put, I don't know, a farming game in it. Just simple things, different ways to enjoy it. That's probably a real dumb thought, but... So this has to go down. How can we get it to go down? If it went down, then it would work. Is there maybe I'm powering it? Maybe if I run back and depower some puzzle. that would stop this from raising. Is that cord? These are getting powered by these, which I think is getting powered by that, which may very well be getting powered by this. But I don't think that means anything. Hey! Whatever I did just changed it. So, unsolving and solving that puzzle, or is it drawing a different shape on the door panel? Right, so we got it. And now I just want to come back here and play with this. So each one of these, so if I did something like this, it does. It shoots right up. And each one of these is a different solution to that puzzle. Interesting. And the simplest solution, the straight upward, would have gotten it. So there, you do something with that. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's go to the obelisk and double check we've got them all. And I can tell you already we've got them all because the obelisk is no longer black. So this is what happens to them. They become white. And let's see. I don't think you can trace these. And let's see. The sun is right there. It's a white cloud that way. White cloud that way. Somewhat circular cloud that way. Somewhat circular cloud that way. As far as it looks like, though, I could not see how you would be able to line that up. Maybe with a boat ride we could. Take a little bit of a boat ride. So we now have 105 plus 1 perception puzzles done. That means there's really not a considerable amount left. Because I believe there's somewhere around 128. Let's see. Hop in the boat. And we want to take a little journey this way, and we'll just have a nice medium speed journey as we go. No, wait, I didn't do that right. We've been very random about just wandering around, getting all the visual things. I will take a moment to go into my many tabs of pictures that I've opened and close all the ones we've gotten as far as perception puzzles. So I have pictures of a lot of them, but I obviously don't have pictures of all of them because I had to find the movie puzzle solutions myself, and rather irritating. It seems like 3 of those movies, the movie with the man just sitting there, very still, didn't seem to do anything. The movie with the lady just talking didn't seem to do anything. The movie that starts black and white and then changes didn't seem to do anything. So it was only as far as the obelisk is telling me, seems to be only the smallest of small well, the first one, the third one, which took 20 minutes, which is just ridiculous. Just totally ridiculous. If something takes 20 minutes to solve, that's gonna be a problem. Let's see. No, I don't see how you could draw a line there on the obelisks. I just don't see how you're gonna do that. Well, then we'll speed up. As far as I've seen online, nobody else has found anything else that can be done with the obelisks either. I suspect there isn't really that much more to this game. Seems like the creators are attempting to make the mystery last as much as possible, which is understandable. That way, so I don't think they're gonna come about and tell you the exact number until they feel they've gotten as many sales as possible. And I don't think they're gonna come out and answer any questions about secrets until the same thing, they get as many sales as possible. But personally, I think we're very close to doing almost everything we could do. I doubt there are any panels that I have not seen. Maybe there are a couple. I think that might have been one at one point, but if it is one, we don't have the obelisk telling us that. Yeah, I think it's just the challenge place. What would be really cool here is if this island, after you beat the game, was just full of life. Just randomly. That would be a nice change on it. You have a deer, you have rabbits, you have birds. Even just doing birds halfway would be something nice to do there. And just fill this island with people and distractions, and well, not people, because then you'd want to communicate with them and then that would be too much programming. But if you just fill it with birds and fish and things that walked around, you could slightly increase people's ideas about how long they'd want to wander around and just enjoy a new scenery of it, a new view of it. That would be kind of nice. Uh, Anywho, we've got 509 plus 105. Next time I'm going to look up the exact numbers. I think it's 523 plus 100 something. And then we have the plus one obelisk. We're going to try and get the others. But that's going to be it for this recording. So as always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.